So Derek, top six secured. How did you assess this afternoon?
Well, obviously really pleased with that. I think any time you come to Tynecastle, you know it's going to be at times a challenge. We play with two strikers and two wide players. Sometimes coming away to places like this, it tests the players' discipline and organisation. I just thought the first goal we jumped a bit too early to press and they've allowed Cochrane to get the cross in, and we don't really recover from that. So it's disappointing to lose that first goal, but I thought we had good moments at times in the first half. I thought Kennedy was a constant threat. I thought Vassell got a hold of the ball really well. We could have done with Marley joining in a wee bit more and Danny, but I thought we spoke about that at half time, and I thought that front four, Danny, Matty, Kyle Vassell and Marley were terrific, really were. And once we got the equaliser, and what an equaliser it was, Marley misses for 3 yards but scores for 25 yards, which just to see the ball hit the back of the net was no more than my players deserved. A great crowd through, giving the players plenty of vocal support right through and try to urge us on to get the winner, and we did a lot to win the game. I thought we had good moments and I thought we looked like the most likely team. The best spell of the game for us was 10 minutes before we scored and 10 minutes after, and I thought we were decent. Reluctant to make too many changes because of that, but I've got to use my squad, and with Deasy and Danny on bookings, also thinking next week and just maybe one loose challenge could maybe put that at risk. So we got the subs on to try and give us a wee bit of impetus to win the game, and I thought by and large we finished the game strong. Obviously Joe coming off with a little calf strain wasn't perfect for us at the end, particularly when you're having to deal with a couple of corner kicks at the end, but I thought the lads were good. And so many times we've said this season when the response was needed, it was there, and half time we spoke about that. Not surprised we've came here and scored again and carried the threat that we did. Just not disappointed in the slightest. Just the fact that we've managed to secure top six with 2 games to spare is great testament to so many people at the club, all my staff, the board, but more importantly the players, how they've just really grasped the situation from the very get-go against Rangers, and we continue to keep getting everything out of these boys, and delighted with their efforts. And now we look to try and kick on now with the remaining 7 games. You
look at where the club was when you joined a couple of years ago. It's been astronomical, the improvement.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the club was in a poor place, after getting relegated. Obviously there was a time in the Championship that it didn't look as if there was any guarantees of getting up. The Championship's tough, you see that even in previous seasons with other clubs. The good thing was getting out at the first attempt, and it's well documented. This time last year I spoke to the players about that, but the ones who were here, that a real nervy, high pressured situation. And I want us to try and enjoy these games. I really want us to try and enjoy the last part of the campaign, but don't be blasé, don't be complacent, still work for everything, roll our sleeves up, go right through the wire and see where we can go with it. But it's a really good story, because we're in such a poor place just over 2 years ago. But any time we've had to do the job that was required, the players have got the job done. We've got this job done in terms of top 6, and now we try and finish the season as strong as we can to try and get a European spot. It's so worth working towards, and we'll do all we can to deliver that.
It's incredible that is now the aim. Top 6 is secured. You can only look up now and aim for Europe. Yeah, and obviously top 6 is difficult. You play against the best teams, so obviously the next couple of games we've got to try and deal with business and see how we go at home. We're up against a team who are fighting for their lives next week, so no game's ever easy at this stage of the campaign. So we're going to have to make sure that demand and effort and the motivation's there next week, and nobody's down in tools. We're pleased with what we've got at the minute, but it's not a lot to ask my players now for 7 games. Hopefully there's a big crowd that will be part next Saturday to get behind us, and just try and drive on and see where it takes us.